You know, last week I had to offer forgiveness to somebody who tried to destroy me, even to trying to get me to take my own life, and it almost succeeded. But you know what? God said, Matt, I want you to forgive him. I wrote a paper on it, I wrote a thing on it, and I did forgive him. But I didn't realise what the power of that forgiveness would do for me and what it would reveal to me about who I am now. You see, the thing is, when I forgave him, in that moment, when I forgave him, there was a peace began, but I also last week began to realise, you know what, I've been carrying so much hurt, so much pain, and in a lot of ways unforgiveness for years since I was a child, because I've never really known a period of peace, be it with issues with work, home, you know, abuses, bullying, even when I worked in ministry, you know, trying to really kill myself trying to carry a dorm when all the other staff just really didn't care. And all of that came out, and I was like, do you know what, I got to forgive this. And I did in that moment, and I broke down on the very walk I am right now. I had to help. I struggled to hold back tears, and in fact I didn't. But you know what, here's the thing about that, is I also realised something about me, and that is I push people away. You know, I get close to people and then I push them away. It's happened with relationships, friendships, churches. You know, I just push people away, and I always look for the thing of when I'm going to get hurt. But I want to say, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but by God's grace I'm going to do it today. The only one I ever fully... Now, there are some people I trust fully, but even then sometimes I doubt. But there are those, but the only one I really trust fully is God. Because I've seen what God's done for me, and I see what he's doing and done through me, and I see how he's used me in spite of myself, in spite of my addictions, in spite of my issues, in spite of my pain. He still used me to help and minister to others, and even show acceptance to others. Yeah, crazy, right? I showed acceptance to others when I didn't even know what it meant for me. But I want to say to you, if I can help, like, young people, adults, get to a point of the acceptance that I never really felt, but where they can get that, or get God's acceptance to grow, then that's all worth it. Do you know, for me, the only acceptance that matters to me, the only love that matters to me is God. Right now everyone can reject me, I'm used to it, but I also know that I need to accept and not try and sabotage things because of my own fears, and I need to build that strength. And I know God's going to help me do that. But I also know, in spite of that, God's going to use me to help others. But if God calls me to be set apart, as I walk out the calling that he's put on me, and, you know, to be in places short spaces of time, to not build relationships fully, or to never be married, never know the love of somebody else, the unconditional love on this planet, I'm okay with that now. I really am. It's probably about all I deserve, but, you know, maybe not. But all I know is I don't mind what happens as long as I'm in the will of God. And this might still seem doom or gloom. It's not meant to be. You know, people can see what I put on here and why I'm doing this on here about prayer and about the struggles. You know what? It was important to go what I went through, and I needed to get prayer because I needed to not get through on. And I thank you guys for praying. I thank you guys for your support. But I want you to know this, that by God's grace, I battle on. And by God's grace, he can help you through anything. He can help you feel acceptance. He can heal you of anxiety, depression. He can heal you of the pain in the past. All you have to do is find out who you are in him. And that can be a lifelong journey, not just a one-off thing which people say. Find out who you are in Christ. You are this, you are that, you're the other. Yeah, that's fine to say in words, but it's until you believe it, until you really understand what that means for you, is the only time you'll do it. But I want to encourage you, just trust God, ask God to help you to deal with those issues of the past, to really deal with them so you can move forward. There is power in forgiveness. Forgiveness brings healing, forgiveness brings truth, forgiveness brings love. And I hope you don't get to my age, maybe you're older, but I don't hope you don't have to go another day with that in your mind. My struggle, yes, is harder because I'm autistic and dyspraxic, which doesn't help, but I'm not making that an excuse, and I'm not letting that be the thing that holds me back. And you shouldn't let anything in your life be the thing that holds you back, what people say, what people do, because just know you're loved. And if you're struggling, message me, I'll pray for you and I'll be there for you. Thank you.